Welcome, Leo, to the Temple of Tarot, Astrology and Yoga. My name is Ava, and I'm welcoming you in to my temple for your Astro Tarot forecast. And this will be for the month of December 2025. And this Astro Tarot reading will be relevant to you if your sun sign, your moon sign, or your rising sign is Leo. Now, Leo, you were the last sign that I did last month, so you're the first one this month. And I apologize for having you the last one, but somebody had to do it. So this is a combination of astrology and the tarot. I use the astrological forecast as a ground base, a foundation for the reading. I keep both readings, the astro and the tarot readings, very simple, so that I can weave a narrative from it that's logical and inspired by the images on the tarot cards, as well as the alignments of the stars. So, Merry Christmas, by the way, everyone. Merry Christmas. And before we begin, I have a couple of announcements about the channel. I am including this month an American Indian animal medicine forecast, which will give us spiritual and psychological insights to deepen the information that we have about the upcoming month. And I'm going to do this on Patreon, and I will put them all in one page or section, so you'll be able to access all 12 signs from that segment. I will also give you a what I call the ancient shamanic Mexican yoga movements. And I am very much fond of this style of yoga. It's very raw and almost tribal in its effectiveness. The idea is to empower you, to make you more intentional. It's all about evoking the intentional, willful awareness, because it is through our intentions that we create our reality. The more focused your attention and your intention, the more quickly does the universe cooperate in returning to you the reflection of your intent. And I will also include that in a separate section in my Patreon page. So for all 12 signs, you'll be able to access it this month. On top of that, also, I've joined a company called Hypsee, and this permits me to create readings over the phone with you minute by minute, and they monitor all these transactions, and there's a variety of options that they will give you financially, and so you can speak with me via the phone, and I will read for you. There's a link below. There's a link for all of these, the Patreon pages, as well as this new feature. I will post on the Hypsee page when I'm available, the hours I'm available, and you'll be able to also schedule readings in the future for my future availability. And you'll be able to pay for readings ahead of time, or as we speak, you can determine the length of our conversation. So I think that's an exciting new option. I'm hoping that it will work out for me as well because of my rare time zone here in Hawaii. That way you can immediately see when I'll be able to do your reading and when I will not. And so that's just perfect for me as well. So all of that will be in the description box below. And thank you for your support and for your trust. I appreciate it very much. Let's get to your reading. Well, this is a unique month, Leo, because both Venus and Mars, as if they're holding hands, are marching, transiting through two different signs. The first half of the month, Venus and Mars will be in Sagittarius, which is your fifth house. And then, like the happy couple, they continue to hold hands and they move into Capricorn, your sixth house, in the second half of the month. So we have a real nice variety of energies. Venus and Mars in the fifth house during the first half of the month is really quite exciting. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better position astrologically for the holidays, because this is all about pleasure, art, romance, children, creativity, all those things that are going to be a part of the celebration of the solstice, be that Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever religious holiday has been created around this very special time of the year. The time of the year when the earth holds its breath for about 3 days during the Christmas celebration, by the way, 21st, 22nd, 23rd, and then begins to inhale. So the inhalation, metaphorically and metaphysically, is a very long inhalation lasting until the summer solstice, at which point the earth begins to exhale. So it's a very beautiful time of the year where the earth literally holds its breath. And when we hold our breath, we hold in life, we hold in the spirit of the earth. when it's in your fifth house, you will be able to celebrate with the earth. You'll be able to unabashedly seek pleasure and beauty and love and compassion through your deepest connections, relationships. So you'll be very social as well as very loving. And Leo's, the symbol of Leo is the sun. And so Leos are heliocentric. They are at the center of their own solar system. They love attention. And with Venus in the fifth, this is exaggerated a little bit. So seeking attention, seeking social attention, seeking attention for your creativity, for your unique talents, for how you contribute, and also how you nurture your children, your loved ones. This is a wonderful time for new romance, or reigniting old romances, your husband, your wife. So that, but Mars is there too. So not only are you open-hearted towards these, towards the seeking of more pleasure for yourself and for others, but with Mars there's a impulsiveness as well. So this is a kind of dangerous combination for sparking new love, because you might dive headfirst into a relationship without the normal analysis of the pragmatic issues involved. So just forewarned, be aware that you might be a little too much of a risk taker in these areas of pleasure, taking risk with that which gives you great pleasure, or pursuing adamantly, passionately what you want. If you're creative, you will be on high octane fuel, getting it done, getting your art done, as well as getting everything done, and making sure that you will have the best possible experience without anything interfering with that. So the energy of Mars will help you to remove obstacles that stand in the way of you achieving a very pleasurable experience. So, but then, at the end of the month, we move into Capricorn, a very serious sign, and we move into a sector of your chart, the sixth house, which is a very serious sector. So you get a feeling that you must become productive, that you need to buckle down, that you need to now assert yourself in areas of work, your everyday comings and goings, making sure that your daily routine is efficient and productive, as well as your health. It may be that you need to put energy and love into self-care, into your health, to assure that you have the energy to be productive. So there's your attention turns to self-maintenance and to productivity in whatever way you feel, whatever way it is in your world that can be achieved. So that is the backdrop, the astrological backdrop for the upcoming tarot forecast for you. And thank you very much, everyone, for joining me. And thank you for at least looking at the possibility of being able to talk with me, speak with me over the phone, so that I can deliver your reading one-to-one. And you can choose how long our interaction is. And I hope to meet more and more of you in that way, and I'm looking forward to that as well. So, and if you would like the shamanic Mexican, they're called magical passes. If you would like one that I've designed or chosen to give you according to what happens in this reading, then you can join the Patreon page below. And if you would like also the American Indian animal totem to give us a spiritual and psychological overview of the month, there's a link below. Thank you. Now we'll go to your tarot forecast for December, and Merry Christmas, so welcome, everyone. Leo, to your December 2025 tarot forecast. With that as our foundation, that astrological reading as our foundation, it should be very, very interesting. So I use the Waite Rider deck because it's rich in symbols, and everything is about the interpretation of these symbols by our conscious and our subconscious mind. So let's insert several, or at least 2 reversals, and then continue to shuffle. As I think about your forecast, it seems that you have such a wonderful opportunity to reestablish an internal connection and to resolve any internal conflicts that you may have had with things from your past. So we put the cards down, and then I'll make 2 other piles like this, and then we hopefully without disturbing anything, stack them again like that. So we're ready now for your forecast. This is a 4-card spread, and the first card represents the overall mood or energy of the month of December, the theme, the energetic overview of the month. That's the world. The major arcana is about the journey of the fool through various life experiences that teach him what he needs to know about himself, so he becomes enlightened during these stages the cards describe, until he arrives at this stage, the very last stage. We have here a maiden, naked, who is dancing for joy. And she has just completed a very long journey of life experiences. And she is now in a state of almost ecstasy as she approaches the oval, the wreath that represents the birth canal, rebirth, where she is to be reborn. There's a certain amount of forgetting and forgiving that still needs to happen before this rebirth can take place. And that's represented by that beautiful sash that twists around her like the DNA. It represents the final stage of relinquishment of the past and the relinquishment of that which has been a part of the journey. The lesson needs to be learned still. There's still one more lesson before the rebirth. This is symbolic of having achieved something very important. Be that a material accomplishment or a maturation of your soul through experience. Sometimes sorrow and loss can be very a powerful catalyst for growth. So at this point, something extraordinary is achieved. You've come to the end of a road, and that road was leading you to something greater than you were as a person, and greater achievements ahead. So a whole new paradigm, a whole new world unfolds, but you still have this final release of fear, self-doubt, self-recrimination. So these are the only obstacles left. They're all psychological. But it's an exciting moment. Any time we have a birth, and you can take it as a literal birth because those are life-transforming experiences on Earth, or it's your rebirth, where you take a step forward in your own evolution. All right, so that's the overall theme of the month, and that's quite grand. In the position of what will challenge you, we have the Page of Swords. Well, you could be challenged by a young person who is an air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, more like Gemini or Aquarius probably. Young person becomes a challenge to you. And you have Venus in the 5th house, and you have Mars in the 5th house, so there could be as much joy and love as there is perhaps ingredients for conflict as well. Conflict with young children or a child. Or this often simply means communication with children. So maybe you're challenged with communicating with your child or with young people, or your challenge is to bring sort of an intellectual ferocity, curiosity, intensity, intellectual intensity, to be able to think young. That is, to not be daunted by what you don't know. This may be an intellectual challenge of some sort, to incorporate new information, new ways of doing things into your repertoire of skills and talents. So the page represents intellectual search, conversation, speaking about ideas, being innovative, being focused intellectually. This is your challenge. Perhaps this happens at the second half of the month. The unexpected. We have justice. If any of you are in court for any reason, this is an unexpected victory, unexpected fairness, unexpected justice. This is another one of these cards that are very self-evident. It's about being fair, seeing both sides of an issue, pros and cons, weighing the evidence, being judicious, seeking justice. Unexpected legal issues come up. Unexpected need for legal advice. Being absolutely impartial, having to be impartial in a situation, not taking sides one way or the other until all the evidence is in. Being very fair-minded. Perhaps being put in the position of having to judge something, or having to deal with the judicial system in some way, courts or governmental agencies. This is the unexpected aspect of the month. And then you get up and go. This is the Knight of Swords. Again, we're in intellectual territory still. And he is the sort of the explorer of ideas. He's unafraid of what he doesn't know. And he pursues his quest for knowledge relentlessly. You see how fast he's moving? So this is swift accomplishment. Intellectual projects are achieved rather rapidly. You reach a rapid conclusion to your mosquitoes, to your to the problem that needs to be solved. So, fast action, rapid intellectual achievement, fast movement. Perhaps you even travel, very rapid travel. And if it represents a person, this again is an air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, who kind of comes in to saves the day. And he is a bold thinker. And he never allows any obstacle to get in his way. So if there's some character like that, he comes in and he literally will move things quite rapidly towards their solution. So, rapid conquest of your intellectual challenges, whatever they may be. So it's going to be a very exciting month in which ultimately the first card becomes the most dominant. It's the major arcana card. Justice is also a major arcana card, but it is trumped by the world. A new world order is about to unfold as you sort of sum up the year. A new year begins with a new you. A whole new world of experiences are possible for you in 2026. So, thank you very much for joining me. And thank you again for looking at the possibility of actually connecting with me through a phone call or a video call, through the new company that I've partnered with. there's links below to all of that, and the beautiful, I think very beautiful, American Indian animal totem, which gives us psychological and spiritual depth of understanding, and the shamanic Mexican magical pass for your sign. Links below. Thank you. Namaste. See you next month. See you next year. Leo.